Missing chitab kolenjin atinye komong'unet neo ale keboibochi betung'ung niton bo ko ang'wan kasi nebo tarik 12 arawetab 6 kenyitab 2025 itagat missing eng studio nebo Kass TV koitun tetutiet nebo long'etab Kabotik kobaten en kembouni kokindeni taban asikegushin gong ak kechigil en kebeberta neo budget nebo kenyitab mung'aret nebo kenyitab 2025 kenyitab 2026 nekosomonu en betutab raini cabinet secretary nebo treasury noton go John Mbadi nekibendi kegushini gong en kebeberta neo en kebeberta nebo oeng en kemboutab raini kokitinye ng'omutiot nebo ng'alekab budget noton go CPA Winnie Cherotich newendi asikonoisewech en kebeberta neo kotinygei ak budget nekakisomonu en betutab raini ak itagat missing kikurenon Caroline Kiplagat ngetaunen bunge nebo National Assembly ole kasomanen koskoleng'utab raini minister nebo rabinik noton ko John Mbadi budget nebo kenyitab mung'aret noton nebo 2025-2026 ole kimong'u keboisien silingisiek trillion 4.2 kong'olonen bunge nebo National Assembly komwa Mbadi kole imong'u serikali koyum silingisiek trillion 33 chebunu ortinwek cheboto aisurut iboru noto kole mito rartaetab rabinik cheite silingisiek billion 876 cheimong'u serikali konyoru kobun toretosiek ak besenwek chebunu emotunwek alak ak kibagengeisiek cheterter.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, based on the outlined policy measures and structural reforms, total revenue collections, including appropriation in aid for the financial year 2025-26, budget is projected to be at 321.8 billion, equivalent to 17.2% of GDP. Of this amount, ordinary revenue is projected at Kenya shillings 2,754.7 billion, which is equivalent to 14.3% of GDP. And ministerial appropriation in aid, or if you like, non-tax revenue, is projected at 567 billion shillings. Grants are projected at 46.9 billion or 0.2% of the GDP. Having talked about revenue projections, let me now turn to expenditure projections. Mr. Speaker, total expenditure in the financial year 2025-2026 budget is projected at 4,291.9 billion, equivalent to 22.3% of GDP. And of this, recurrent expenditures will amount to 3,134.4 billion, equivalent to 16.3% of GDP. And development expenditures, including allocations to domestic and foreign finance projects, contingency fund, and equalization fund, will amount to 693.2 billion, equivalent to 3.6% of GDP. Total allocation to county governments is projected at 474.9 billion, of which equitable share is 405.1 billion. Fiscal deficit and financing. Mr. Speaker, the resultant fiscal deficit, including grants, is projected at 923.2 billion, which is equivalent to 4.8% of GDP, down from the estimated 997.5 billion or 5.7% of GDP in financial year 2024-25. The fiscal deficit for the financial year 25-26 budget will be financed by net external borrowing of 287.7 billion, equivalent to 1.5% of GDP, and net domestic borrowing of 635.5 billion, which is equivalent to 3.3% of GDP.
En kasarta nekaibarasta minister nebo rabinik John Mbadi kole wendi konyoru sekta noton nebo somanet silingisiek bilion 702.7 en budget nebo kenyini ole nito ko kergei ak kebeberta nebo 28 en bogol nebo budget tugul nebo emet kotinygei ak Mbadi koboru rabinik chekakitabanchi sekta nebo somanet kole tindoi kamanutiet neo sekta noton nebo somanet en bandaptai nebo emet kosubkei ak nekamwa kole yotok ko nenyorunen emet ng'omutik chetindoi naet nemagat en kanaptaetab bandaptai nebo bororiet.
Mr. Speaker, the education sector plays a vital role in economic development by enhancing human capital, driving innovation, and improving productivity. To this end, the government continues to invest in education to raise learning outcomes and ensure equal opportunities for all. Mr. Speaker, I have proposed a total allocation of 702.7 billion to the education sector, which is almost 28% of our entire budget. This will include an allocation of 387.2 billion to the Teacher Service Commission. The allocation for TSC will include 7.2 billion for recruitment of intern teachers and 980 for capacity building of teachers on competence-based education curriculum. Further, I have proposed an allocation of 7 billion for free primary education, 28.9 billion for junior secondary school capitation, and 51.9 billion for free day secondary education. In addition, Mr. Speaker, I have also proposed an allocation of 5.9 billion for administering the national examinations, 3 billion for the school feeding program, and 7.2 billion for the recruitment of intern teachers. I think that one I'd already mentioned, that's a repeat, and 4 billion for the technical, vocational, educational training and entrepreneurship project. Mr. Speaker, to enhance infrastructure development and provide a safe learning environment in our schools, I have proposed an allocation of 1.7 billion for primary and secondary schools infrastructure, and 1.4 billion for construction and equipping of technical training institutes and vocational training centers. In addition, I have proposed 13.3 billion for the Kenya Primary Education Equity in Learning Program, and 2.3 billion for the Kenya Secondary School Quality Improvement Project. Mr. Speaker, other proposed allocations to the education sector include 993 million for research, science, technology, and innovation, 41.5 billion to the Higher Education Loans Board for provision of loans to university and TVET students, and this has increased from 35 billion to 41.5 billion for health. Another 16.9 billion for scholarship for university students, and 7.7 billion capitation and scholarship for TVET students.
Kotake meeting logoiwek chetinyege ak budget ko agenge eng sector chekiti kamanut neo serikalitab Kenya Kwanza yekin konam kandoinatet ko sector nebo kabatishet neitorchinige kanabtaetab tetutik chetoreti en kamangunetab amitwogik oret agenge nebo kichuchuch olyetab sobet. Kosubkei ak noto ko en budget nebo kenyini ko kaibarasta minister nebo rabinik John Mbadi kole tetat konyoru sector nebo kabatishet silingisiek bilion 47.6 rabinik choto kobendi kotoreti tetutik choton chebo aletab mbolea cheitini kabatik en olyet nemito ng'ony, kamangunetab amitwogik ak kora kirindaetab asenet nebune biikab emet kasartab kemeut.
Mr. Speaker, the government will continue to transform the agriculture sector by increasing productivity in key value chains such as fisheries and aquaculture, horticulture, food crops, livestock and rangeland development. The government will scale up support to farmers through input financing, subsidies, and extension services. This will move the country from food deficit to food surplus, reduce reliance on food imports, and revamp export crops. Mr. Speaker, in this respect, I have proposed an allocation of 47.6 billion for various programs under this sector, despite the fact that agriculture is largely devolved. This includes 8 billion for the fertilizer subsidy program, 10.2 billion for the National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project, 800 million for small-scale irrigation and value addition project, 1.2 billion for food security and crop diversification project, and 5.8 billion for the food systems resilience project. Mr. Speaker, to promote livestock production, I have proposed Kenya shillings 2.3 billion for de-risking, inclusion, and value enhancement of pastoral economies programs. 1.6 million Kenya shillings for Kenya livestock commercialization program, and 280 million for the livestock value chain support project. I have also proposed Kenya shillings 340 million for the development leather industrial park at Kenani. Mr. Speaker, to support the growth of blue economy, I have proposed a total of 8.2 billion to the blue economy and fisheries subsector. This includes 2.3 billion for aquaculture business development project, 2.4 billion to the Kenya Marine Fisheries and Socio-Economic Development Project, and 500 million for the Kabonyo Fisheries and Aquaculture Training Center.
Ketesetai ko sekta agenge nekikotestai kobun kaimutik cheterter ko nebo tililindo nekikeborionji yautik cheboto kambokosiek cheisuldoen konyoik kasarta nesimjini serikali koityi komonut magutik chekwach cheboto tesetab melekwek ak siretab konyoik chemito en kandaras koegu permanent and pensionable en budget nebo kenyini kokaibarasta Minister John Mbadi kole wendi konyoru sekta noton rabinik bilion 138 ole noto ko katesa kongeten bilion 123 chekinyoru en budget nemito en inguni anan nekikibarasta kenyit konye. Rabinik choto kobendi keboisien en siretab konyoik, kakimitetab sukulitab konyoiset nebo KMTC koboto kanabtaetab sipitalisiek cheterter cheechen en emet asikonyor kamuget nebo koito konyoiset nebo barak nemokyinigei biikab emet.
Mr. Speaker, access to quality and affordable health care through the Universal Health Coverage Program is central to this government. Towards this end, Mr. Speaker, I have proposed an allocation of Kenya shillings 138.1 billion, up from 123 billion in the current year's budget, to the health sector to support various activities and programs. This includes 6.2 billion for universal health coverage, coordination and management, 13.1 billion for primary health care, and that is up from 7.1 billion in the current year, and 430 million to provide medical cover for the orphans, elderly, and disabled persons in our society. Mr. Speaker, to lower cases of HIV, AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis, and enhance vaccines and immunization program in the country, I have proposed 17.3 billion for the Global Fund and Kenya shillings 4.6 billion for vaccines and immunization programs, respectively. Mr. Speaker, to enhance early diagnosis and management of cancer and reduce the burden of treatment of chronic and critical illnesses among Kenyans, I have proposed an allocation of 8 billion to the Emergencies, Chronic and Critical Illnesses Fund to be managed by SHA, and this has moved from 5 billion shillings in the current budget. 1 billion for construction of a cancer center at Kisii Level 5 Hospital, 100 million to strengthen cancer management in Kenyatta National Hospital, and 100 million for expansion of comprehensive cancer treatment at Kenyatta University Teaching, Referral and Research Hospital. Mr. Speaker, to improve health service delivery, I have also proposed a sum of 42.4 billion for our referral hospitals, including Kenyatta National Hospital, Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital, Kenyatta University Teaching, Referral and Research Hospital, Mwai Kibaki Teaching and Referral Hospital in Othaya, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital in Kisumu, and Mathare National Teaching and Referral Hospital. Other locations include Kenya shillings 1.3 billion for the construction of Kenyatta National Hospital, Burns and Pediatrics Center. Mr. Speaker, I have also proposed 5.2 billion for Kenya Medical Supplies Agency to recapitalize it, 2.7 billion for the Kenya Medical Research Institute, 500 million for procurement of family planning and reproductive health commodities, and 300 million for procurement of equipment at the National Blood Transfusion Services. Further, to strengthen the capacity of medical personnel, I have also proposed an allocation of 4.3 billion for medical interns, 3.2 billion for community health promoters, 303 million for training of health personnel, and 8.9 billion for the Kenya Medical Training Centers, KMTCs.
Keistoengei chebo budget chebo kenyitab mungaret nebo 2025-2026 ngekushin gong kambakosiek chekoborionji eng betutab raini en kwen nebo taonitab Nairobi ole kakiborionji ngemetab malik ak kaseretab biik chekaimongei en kwen nebo taonitab Nairobi kosuldae kambaget konerekchini baretab Albert Ojwang en ketesietab police nebo Central. Kaboisien afisaekab police koristo nengwan anan tear gas koser biik chekaimong'ugei koboru neregek ak kasimchinetab koistogei DIG Eliud Lagat kosubkei ak baretab Ojwang.
then umezoom. Wow.
En kasarata ko katestai serikali kokimit kole chi age tugul nekitinygei ak baretab Albert Ojwang kokipchini kakwautik chekimen konamgei ak ng'atutik, kamwa Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki nekang'ololen county nebo Makueni kole en kasarta netesetai chikiliset ko ngomi chi age tugul nekitinygei en oret age tugul ak meetab Ojwang kokirwokchini ak kekochi kerkong'et neng'wan kabit nito akot en kasarta nekaitita taitab committee nebo bunge nebo National Assembly nebo National Security Inspector General nebo Police Douglas Kanja, kibagengeishek chebo DCI ak IPOA asiketepse kotinygei ak baretab Ojwang en ketesietab Police nebo Central.
Mtu yoyote ambaye aliumiza ule mtoto ambaye amekufa katika seli ya polisi lazima achukuliwe hatua ya sheria, ndio tuwe na taifa nzuri. There must be individual accountability, personal responsibility. Kwa mambo ya crime, kwa mambo ya hatia, mwenye aliumiza huyo mtoto ako na individual criminal responsibility. Kama kuna mtu alimtuma ama kuna mtu alimuamuru, ako na command responsibility. If there is anybody who directed the hurting of that boy, they have command responsibility. Kama kuna mtu alifanya hivyo, ako na individual criminal responsibility. Niombe kwa heshima tuweke umoja wa taifa, tusiwe watu wa kutengana kwa misingi ya dini ama misingi ya kikabila. Hiyo ni mambo ya Mwenyezi Mungu. Tuwe na taifa moja. Mtu asikuje kukuchochea wewe hapa ati sisi Akamba, Mbaito, sisi, alafu anakutenganisha na wale wengine. Ajue mtu ambaye anakuambia hivyo, ajue Wakamba wengi hawaishi hata Ukambani huku. Si wako Mombasa huko Changamwe? Si wengine wako Taita Taveta? Wengine wako Lamu? Wengine wako Hola? Wengine wako Garissa? Wako kila mahali. So hatutaki ati Kenya ya mukabila, kwa sababu watu wengi ambao asili yao ni hapa Ukambani wanaishi huko, na huko walikokwenda, mahali walipata familia, mahali walipata riziki, huko ndio kwao.
Ngebenguni ay county nebo Uasin Gishu ole kanereki membaik chebo familia nebo labatindet nekikibeten sobet Agnes Tirop kachutetab K en kasuldaetab kirwoget ole kakiyapta en betutab raini. Kasetab kirwoget noto kokeny kosubkei ak nemaitita kapkirwok noto Ibrahim Rotich nekimwaita kele kitinygei ak baretab labatindet Agnes Tirop. Kondochini kwandab Tirop Vincent Tirop koboto alak en biik cheborchinigei imandab kipkosobe en county nebo Uasin Gishu ak ruoik kokamwa ichek kole kachutetab kei nebo kirwoget noto ko konogut en boriet nekitokchini usisiet, kanyalilet ak baretab kwonyik anan gender based violence en emoni. Sirini ya Timothy Kiplimo koibwech report kong'eten Uasin Gishu.
Kamung'eng tiendo en kabarunet nebo neregek en High Court nebo Eldoret membaek chebo familia nebo labatindet Agnes Tirop nekikibete sobet en kenyitab 2021 en taonitab Iten en county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet. En kit nekamwa kole maboiboichi kasiptoetab kirwoget nekikosub ichek kocheng'e imanda en kasarta nekoi. Katetat kekas en betutab raini kirwoget noto kobate kamwa kirwogindet neindochin kirwogutik choto noto Justice Robert Wananda kole kaib kakwautiet nebo kosipto kirwoget noto kosubkei ak nekayaror afisayat neindochin chikilisiet en kirwoget noto kole tomo konam Ibrahim Rotich nekamwa kole miten ung'ot ngap ketiakta en bond. Kit nemaboiboichi membaek chebo familia inoto kondochin kwanitab Agnes Vincent Tirop koboto alak en biik cheborchingei mandab kipkosobei en county nebo Uasin Gishu.
There's no way you kill an international athlete, someone who brought money to this country, and then the judges over here, they give you 500 cash bail and you don't appear to court. That means you're going to kill other people. You're a perpetrator, you're a murderer, you need to be in court. So what we are asking, the judge walked out on us today, I guess because we were many or because we said we want justice. So he decided to walk out, it was a bit disrespectful, but fine. We are here asking again, can this guy be arrested? We can't be saying femicide, and you people are releasing people out here.
Sasa huyu mtu ako wapi? Na hatuna security. Sasa nataka serikali apatie sisi security, apatie askari ya kuchunga sisi mpaka huyu mtu apatikane, kwa maana hatujui mahali iko, hatujui na aliambiwa ati asitoke kwa Eldoret, na DCI wanasema ati hawajui mahali iko.
Kasom kapkirwok noto afisayat neindochin chikilisiet en kirwoget noto Corporal Philip Ndeto kokochin kasarta nebo betusiek 30 asikocheng akonam weroto, kamwa kole kimwei akosiman simoit akounoto komaityin ichek. Kit nekayach kirwogindet Justice Robert Wananda kongat keyai mention nebo kirwoget noto en tarik 23 nebo arawetab tisab en kenyini.
Family of Tirop, as colleagues of Tirop, we need justice. Athletes we have been killed. Female athletes have been killed each and every year. In Iten, athletes have been killed. Everywhere in Kenya, athletes have been killed. We want Tirop's case to be a case, one case that will send the perpetrators out of this issue. We want them to be inside the jails. We want them to serve the sentence that they deserve, because what they are doing is not good.
Kikenyen inguni angot kobendi koname afisaek chetonondochin sekeisiet en county nebo Uasin Gishu Ibrahim Rotich en kasarta nebo betusiek 30 chekasom asikenai tokyinetabgei nebo kirwoget noto. Kong'et en kanaset nebo Eldoret en county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass TV, kaninyu ko Timothy Kiplimo.
Kibendi nguni county nebo Nandi ole en kasarta nekakibwat betut nebo World Club Foot Day kokanyoru kelchin biik chetindoi kewelutik en borwek en county nebo Nandi, toretet cheboto wheelchairs, kwenik, prosthetics ak sunscreens kobun serikalitab county nebo Nandi. Kasom Deputy Governor nebo county noton Dr. Yulita Mitei MCS chebo County Assembly nebo Nandi kotes chepkondok chekitobonjini biik chetindoi kewelutik en borwek en county nebo Nandi en budget nenyone. Cornelius Keter kotinye report kong'eten Nandi.
Kondochin igortab World Club Food Day nekakiyai en Kapsabet AIC Bible College kosom Deputy Governor nebo County nebo Nandi Dr. Yulita Cheruyot Mitei MCS chebo County Assembly nebo Nandi kotaban chepkondok kebeberta 5% chebo lengutab Ward Development Fund akoboisie kotoreti biik chetindoi kewelutik en borwekwak en County nebo Nandi. Ng'alek chekaroo beut CC nebo Gender and Social Welfare en serikalitab County nebo Nandi Scholar Tuwei.
MCS, please tenga 5% of your ward fund kwa watu walio na ulemavu. Round hii muko na control, si ndio? You have money that you at your disposal. Guide your community, your ward, identify persons living with disability ambao wako pale waweze kunufaikia pia na hizo hela. We probably are the only county where watu walio na ulemavu wakifika KCRH, Kapsabet County Referral Hospital kupata matibabu, na kama hawana uwezo wa kujilipia tunawaandalia waiver.
Tuliweza pia kufunza hawa kuhusu human rights ili waweze kujua yale ambayo ini yao ikue yao. Na tulipotembea pale mbele tuliona surgical boots, tuliona club foot. Hiyo ni pesa ambayo tuliwekewa katika department 2 million, na tuko na beneficiaries wengi watapata viatu hivyo.
Kasarata komwa speaker nebo county assembly nebo Nandi Philemon Meli kole chobot county assembly noto kotes chepkondok chetokyingei ketorete biik chetindoi kewelutik eng borwekwak eng county nebo Nandi koboto kosirto bilishek chetokyingei ketorete bichotok.
Na naomba wale MCAs ambao mko hapa tutakapokuwa tunajadili ripoti hiyo ya budget, tuhakikishe kwamba hii kamati ya the social department ambayo inaongozwa na waziri ambaye amekuja hapa kwa siku ya leo, wanaweza kupata pesa kiwango fulani ili iweze kusaidia wale ambao wanaishi na ulemavu, na hata wakati tunaadhimisha siku hizi muhimu hapa Nandi tuweze pia kupata support kutoka kwa hiyo department.
Kasomeli department nebo social welfare kochokyi chengetab data nebo biik chetindoi kewelutik eng Nandi asikimuch ketabonchi chepkondok cheyomei eng budget nenyonei.
Kuweza kusi department ikiongozwa na waziri pamoja na chief officer, tuhakikishe kwamba tunapata data kwa wale wote ambao wanaishi na ulemavu hapa Nandi, ili hata tunapotengeneza mambo ya budget tunatengeneza budget kulingana na ile hesabu ama ile data ambayo tuko nayo, kulingana na sheria ama kuhusiana na sheria, kuhusiana na wafanyikazi ambao wanaishi na ulemavu. Na kweli ni kwamba sisi kama County Assembly ya Nandi hatujaweza, ama kama kuna wale watu ambao tumeweza kuajiri katika bunge letu la Nandi ni wachache mno. Tulizungumza na tuliona ni vema kwamba lazima tuajiri the sign interpreter katika County Assembly ya Nandi ili tuweze kuona kwamba yale mambo ambayo tunaendeleza katika bunge letu la Nandi, watu ambao wanaishi na ulemavu watakuwa na nafasi ya kuweza kufuata ile proceedings ama kuelewa ni mambo yepi yanaendelea katika bunge letu la Nandi.
Kongete taunetab Kapsabet eng county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Cornelius Keter.
En county nebo Nakuru kokaegu boiboiyet eng kamatik 10 eng sipitalitab Nakuru Teaching and Referral Hospital Wing nebo Margaret Kenyatta Baby yekangetoret eng lipanetab bills chebo sipitali. Kakisom kwonyichoto koker kole kasirchigei tugetab kanyoiset nebo SHA asikonyoru tetutik chebo kanyoiset kasarta age tugul nemakchinigei.
Kaimong'e biik chetoreti anan well-wishers eng sipitalitab Nakuru Teaching and Referral Hospital akotoret kamatik cheite 10 eng section nekisikee lagok nebo Margaret Kenya Baby Wing akolipanji bilishek chebo sipitali.
Leo nilikuwa nimetembea hapa kumuona mama fulani ambaye alikuwa na shida ya malipo ya hospitali, lakini kustuka kwa ajabu nikapata siye peke yake, wako wengi ambao washajifungua tayari, lakini wamezuiliwa kwa ile kukosa hali ya kuweza kujilipia.
Kaibar boiboiyet kametichotok yekangomong kele ki afisayat eng kibagengeit nebo NHIF Geoffrey Mwangi akolipanji bilishechotok.
Tulidischargiwa on a Saturday but bill ikakuja mingi, ilikuwa 8,950 but sikuweza kuilipa, na ningependa kuambia well wishers tumeshukuru sana, kwa sababu kama ingekuwa mkono wenyu hatungeweza kutoka mahali hapa.
Majina naitwa Pauline Chapkemoi. Nilikuja huku Sunday, nimekaa huku siku 4 na nilikuwa nadaiwa 7,500. Na nasema asante sana wenye wamenisaidia kunitoa.
Mama alijifungua hapa juzi na nililemewa kidogo na pesa ya kumtoa. Nashukuru kwa mwenye amenisaidia.
Kanyorchigei kamatichotok tuguk cheterter ak lagokwak asikobit kotoretegei kasarwek chemite gaa.
Ni tendo la kuhuzunisha, manake ni kitendo cha furaha wakati mama amepata mtoto, lakini ile hali kuja kuzuiliwa kutoka hospitalini inahuzunisha mpaka inamaliza ule upendo wa kupata mtoto. Sasa tungeomba serikali ya kaunti isaidie hawa mama wenye wako hapa wamezuiliwa waweze kwenda nyumbani. Si mimi kibinafsi nimeweza kusaidia wachache wale ningeweza.
Angot kounotok kokakiter kametichotok kosirgei eng tetutiet nebo kanyoiset nenaat ko Social Health Authority eng nemite kamanutiet neo eng tetutionotok.
Kama kweli hii nchi tuko na mpango wa UHC, kitu cha kwanza kwa mpango wa UHC ni kwamba usiwe na shida ya malipo hospitalini. Kwa hivyo tungeomba hata serikali kuu iweze kusaidia na kurudisha mpango kama ule tulikuwa nao wa Linda Mama, ambao ulikuwa nafanya mama kama hawa, mtu akishajifungua anaenda zake nyumbani.
Kongeteke county nebo Nakuru, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Dennis Kipchirchir.
Kongoi mising sininenyo Dennis Kipchirchir kong'ete county nebo Nakuru. Ngewektegei eng kasarta county nebo Nandi ole kakosom boisiekab koken county noto serikali kosuldae kayamiset nebo kokochi ichek melekwek chebo kila arawa mising ko en budget nelel nekakisomonu en betutab raini. Kamwa nebo kecheret en kibagengeitab boisiekab kok en county nebo Nandi Wilson Chemalal kole nyolu eng serikali kosuldae kayamiset nebo kokochi boisiekab kok melekwek choton mising eng kasari toge kenyitab rabinik nelel anan new financial year ole tinye ichek kayanet kole wendi serikali kosuldaen kayamiset noton. Nelson Charbei kotinye report.
Kamwa Chemalal kole yae boisiet neo boisiekab kok eng kemoni ole kaboibochi ichek kayamiset nekiamis ichek serikali kole bendi konyoru melekwek.
Boisiekab kok ko agenge eng serikali chetoreti serikali amun kong'ete ng'alek village akobo akoi serikali kuu konyorune serikali ng'alek chechang boisiekab kok kosubkei ak kesisiek chebo mbarenik chebo families kotore boisiekab kok boisionoto akot biik sikotinye problem kidogo ako ichek cheingen ng'oliot nebo haki sikoi kobendi assistant chief anan kobo chief kokakere ale kikwai kasit boisiekab kok.
Kasamine serikali kosuldae kayamisenoto eng budget nekakisoman ole some ichek kekochi melekwek chebo silingishek 10,000 eng kila arawa.
Kosubkei ak budget abwoti ale komuch serikali koutien amu kosubkei ak keret nekikinyor biik ketebse akobo ng'oliotab boisiekab kok mushara ko kikisirto kele nyolu konyor amu boisiet neo. Kokakere ale ndesirtawech ako serikali kokonech akot 10,000 asi baadaye yo kotokoteswech kotalibanwech SHA tab kwali kokonech chi neiboru kole iboiyo kok kit nguka uniform ko sawa ko chepkulet ko sawa.
Machine kora kero kele kakikoch boroindo netai boisiekab kok chemite eng boisiet eng kasari ole manyolu kesub somanet.
Kimeche kesom kora serikali kelechi kosubkei ak somanet komelen nekakele eng Kenya komelen kele kikosomanso biik nga mi biik chemaitu ko somanet nebo village boiyob kok komelen kamache somanet neo mising amu king'ololi nga keng'olole kutit keng'olole Kiswahili komelen kele kitokotemene chi akot chito nemasoman kongen siret kosire chi ko kikosir biik kosire biik kemeche kele matkoib serikali yotok konde somanet mising amu kayotok ko ole king'ololi eng gaa kutit nebo gaa ak ketatuani ng'alek chebo mbarenik chebo gaa ako biik cheng'ololdos kobo yotok ako boiyob kok neng'ololi kobo yotok kongen kabisa history nebo village north.
Kong'etegei county nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Nelson Tarbei.
Kaiku boiboiyet neo en meng'ik chebo townit anan city nebo Eldoret and County nebo Uasin Gishu yekan kololio taisiek chebo oret anan traffic lights en kasarta chekiko anan chemaboisie en kasarta nekoi ole katakomite boisiet neo en ketikab karisiek koro kole kamuch korib anan kosub traffic lights choto en tetutik chebo boisietab oret ak loiset. Genyorun Isaac report.
Katach meng'ikab city nebo Eldoret taisiek chekiboisie eng oret chotok toreti eng ng'atutikab loiset ak chiletabgei anan traffic lights eng boiboiyet nemwoe kole kaekelchin mising kosubkei ak nebo kanaptaetab itondab taonitab Eldoret.
Ameche ang'ololchi meng'ikab Eldoret town anai kole kakoek city nemakekure town. So kakotoi betutab rani kobois traffic light. Ameche kinetkei kabisa eng kaming'inetabgei enai sheria chebo barabara. Amwachini chi age tugul neming'inetab Eldoret akot ichek cheloen ak Eldoret menginyone Eldoret inai ile kainyo city ako lazima ikomplan ak sheria chemi. Asome kabisa kaming'inetabgei kinetkei ak kemwochigei eng kaming'inetabgei nekitokchinigei kakoek digital ng'alek. Ameche asom chi tugul
Akot chomi Nairobi, chomi Nakuru, chomi Cherangany, chomi Nandi, Limbage Merkwet akot Sigis, koyaitu Eldoret, inai ile kaitu City.
Togu komite komie ketikab karisiek ak toroktok kosubkei ak chongindonywa kosubi ng'atutik chotok kobate takotinye boisiet neo mising icheket koro kole karib kiprutoinik chemaisubi ng'atutik chotok.
These things are new here. Hii vitu ni new na bado watu wanajifunza. So alafu watu they are not patient. They are not patient. Wanaona tu ni kama njia ni clear wanaenda. That's the problem. But things are okay.
Green, red, yellow.
Oh, that green. Green sasa, that is the sign that magari sasa inafaa kuenda. And then the red one. Inafaa kuwa gari inafaa kustop. And the other one which is showing the access of a person. Hiyo red one yenye imesimama ni watu wanafaa kusimama. Alafu when it turn to green where alafu inaonyesha ina move.
Kitake bakuti tale kago exit tauni nyane ba Eldoret. Gileni ker kuna traffic lights ekiti nyen kuna nyangolal ne nyalil ko village bi ko ba kongolal ne birir ko village bi ko to takoro. Jotok je muja anet bi kap kutit impedu tabran.
Katoi kora komite eng chepchebindo meng'ikab taonitab Eldoret kosubkei ak nemoigeni kasarta neikochin icheket boroindo noton bo kosir kosubi salutik chotok chebo zebra crossing.
Kwangu nimefurahia sana hii maneno ya traffic light, imetusaidia sana kwa maneno ya nini, imepunguza gharama, like accidents. Leo sasa ndio nimeona vile imekuwa active sana, like ukiona saa hii inamilika red inamaanisha pedestrians wanafaa kucross. Hiyo manini imesaidia pia magari overspeeding.
Appreciate sana kuona zimeingia, but sasa tuko na shida moja. So kama saa hii sasa unaona vile watu wanavuka before hata lights bado hazijaonyesha kuwa ni tani ya watu kuvuka. So hiyo ndio shida tunaweza kuwa tunayo.
Kiloli taisiek chotok eng kasarta netai eng kemboutab amut ko nganda koek kwang'ut mising eng chongindab biikab emet kobaorionji taisiek chotok ko agenge eng biik chotok koitita yotok ko governor nebo county notok nebo Uasin Gishu Jonathan B. Chelilim nemwoe kole nyolu kotakinet biikab emet kokuyo akobo rangik chotok chebo taisiek chotok amaityi kokochi icheket boroindo notok nebo kosir oret.
Na tungependa kwanza traffic police wasitoke hapa mpaka waraia waelewe. Sasa hapa ni city ya wakulima na mkulima anaweza kuja na ile trakta yake ameweka free kutoka Kipchoge, inataka iwakie pale sosioni. Kwa hivyo tunahitaji awareness kubwa sana.
Kong'ete taonitab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Kongoi mising sirindenyo Isaac Kogei neiwang'wech kebeberta netai nebo tetutienyo en kemboutab raini ko kamwaun eng tai kimite keng'ololen budget nekasomanu en betutab raini Minister nebo rabinik John Mbadi taitab National Assembly anan bunge nebo National Assembly nebo emoni ako toretech kokuyewech chechang kosingei ak budget nebo kenyitab mung'aret nebo 2025-2026 kosipie Winnie Cherotich nekinyoru inendet en kebeberta nebo oeng nebo tetutioni kokamwaun lenjin kembouni kokinteni taban longetab Kabotik ak keng'alanen budget nekasomanu en betutab raini. Matinakte kikurenon Caroline Kiplagat.